Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Students with dyslexia are certainly disadvantaged. I want to focus on students at the college university level. Hundreds of thousands of students with dyslexia are in colleges and universities right now. And there are many, many more with other learning disabilities and learning difficulties, such as ADD or autism spectrum disorder. Most students with dyslexia cluster in two-year colleges. And while the majority received accommodations in high school, very, very few receive accommodations in college. When they do, it's typically an extended time for a test. One rarely finds comprehensive support models and programs in higher education, let alone a dedicated program like Landmark College, which focuses only on students with LD, such as dyslexia. This is only going to get more challenging when one considers the reality of online teaching and learning, which is here to stay. The standard modalities we use in education today in online education will only exacerbate these challenges for students with LD, such as dyslexia. We need more adaptive learning elements. We need more quality assurance when teaching and learning in an online milieu. In terms of some innovative educational practices and efforts, the principle of universal design, UD or UDL, gives us great promise and hope. And UD is a principle where one engineers the learning environment to anticipate the neurodiversity in the classroom, to anticipate the heterogeneity of learners, of the students and learning profiles. UD ensures that there are multiple means of presentation, student responses, and engagement. And UD can be applied in conventional or in online settings. Another innovative educational practice involves mobile technologies. Already today, I've heard people mention that students are using iPads, and they certainly have smartphones. Greater than 90% of college students own a smartphone. A great number own an iPad, and when they do own an iPad, greater than 80% of these college students use the iPad for learning. We need to meet these college students where they exist, which is online and using a mobile device, and develop assistive, integrated technologies so we have a more ubiquitous ecosystem for them, not specialized rooms. We can remove the stigma. We need to focus on elements which use native software in our smartphones and iPads for teaching and learning, and it will always be available to our students. Also, cognitive training is another innovative educational practice where we explore, for example, patterns of learning through markers, cognitive, physiological, and other markers, via video game activities. This is one way to leverage the fact that thousands, millions of learners play video games. We can access big data, get our hands on exhaust data, learn how they learn within a video game, and seek adaptive and customizable learning activities. In terms of Landmark College, we offer 2- and 4-year degree programs, including those in STEM. We serve only students with some learning disability or learning difficulty. This is a dedicated model. We have 500 students. Every student has some learning challenge. We use UD principles and integrated technologies. We provide careful placement and curriculum tracks for students with dyslexia. We have a hidden curriculum of support with our resources. Our retention rates are high. The ultimate BA/BS graduation rate for Landmark College students is 70%, which is higher than the national average for all students, let alone students with LD. We juxtapose research and innovation with teaching and learning. Now, at Landmark College, we have the Landmark College Institute for Research and Training, LCIRT. LCIRT has received recent funding through LDFA for iPad app development between students and faculty, and also 2 recent NSF awards. I'll try to summarize those now. 1, NSF REAL, Research in Education and Learning. This is where we will investigate the efficacy of instructor presence in synchronous elements for online learning. in STEM content for students with LD, including dyslexia. Whether or not instructor presence and response immediacy pays off with student outcomes. Also, another grant recently received by the college is NSF Data Intensive Research to improve STEM teaching and learning, collaboration with MIT and Turk. This is a Revealing the Invisible grant funding. We use the gaming vehicle to study engagement, eye tracking of students playing video games, attention, memory, an implicit understanding of Newtonian physics in this effort. Again, we could capture huge amounts of data given the number of students involved in gaming and understanding how they learn in that environment. It also provides for educational data mining and an understanding of machine learning. In summary, LD, such as dyslexia, provides a true barrier to learning, education, and employment. There's a huge untapped population of potential workers, for example, in the STEM field. Innovative educational practices that are scalable, that we can disseminate, are needed, particularly with the online education realities. We use technology to discover better teaching and learning platforms and to understand neurodiverse students, and to provide ubiquitous tools for success in college and in careers. Research and support is increasingly focused in this area, and we are grateful, but much, much more is needed. And remember, advances in this area for students with dyslexia and LD, they will provide improvements that are good for all learners, for every learner. And that's why this is so important. Thank you.